Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86, and today I'm taking a look at Siago's desk. It's this dual motor desk that they have out, and it's actually pretty neat. It's somewhere that's kind of like right in the middle too, so it's sort of that sweet spot of not too little, not too much, maybe just the right thing, that whole Goldilocks thing. Overall, it's pretty fantastic, but let's take a look at it because there are some things about it that I think you might want to know. And from unboxing it to all its simplicity to putting it together, it actually didn't take too long. It took me longer because I was stopping and doing some recording, but about an hour I would think would be about the max time. Started around 2:40, ended around 3:40. That's what I do remember. Probably should have set a timer. Sorry, didn't. But I imagine you could do it much quicker than I did as I was stopping to look at some things. You have these two heavy sides that you're going to put the feet on. These are the sides that have both the motors. It's the dual motor aspect of it. Once you have the feet on those, you connect two support rails between the middle. And once you've done that, you put on the end supports that'll hold the wings of the desk up. That's pretty straightforward and pretty easy, and all the screws across the entire build of this desk are the same with the exception of small machine screws that are made for the power supply unit and for the front controller on the desk on whatever side you'd like to put that on, but we'll cover that more in a moment too. The top part of the desk coming in three parts is kind of what caught me off guard. In the initial advertisement that I looked at, it's one solid piece of desk, which seemed great, but then you get it out of the box here and you find out that it's in three pieces. You have to use 5 dowels on each of these wings for the left and right side to attach to the middle, and then metal brackets that you have to screw in on both sides. And when you get it put together, it's not quite perfectly flat. It's not quite this fluid feeling desk. It just, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. If that doesn't bother you, fine. It's okay for the most part. It works. But I don't know how I like having this segmented desk personally. You may like that, like I said, so that might not be a problem for you. But I think that when you see a picture of one flat surface desk, it's kind of what you expect is to get to one flat surface and not something that's segmented like this. Now on the actual desk part in the back, you do also have a cable management hole cut out for you to run your cables into. There is no cable management solution included with the desk, so you'll have to look at something aftermarket if you want to put a cage there with a power strip so that you can run everything into that power strip and keep a mess of cables floating from behind your desk away from that. Once I had it together, I did test out these motors to see just how strong they are. I both loaded down the desk with some heavy objects, including desktop PC, extra monitor, which is not a big monitor, but laptops, some extra doodads I had laying around just to make sure that it would be able to lift with no problem, and it had no problem. I even removed everything and pushed against the desk lifting up to see if I could get it to initiate an error, and eventually I did. I did get it to initiate a lift error, but its safety mechanism stops it so that it doesn't damage the motors and just lets you know, hey, there's too much on here. You should be absolutely fine with whatever you put on this desk. The dual motors keep it evenly going up and evenly going down together, and it does it pretty quickly. On either side, left or right of the desk, you do have a clip that drops down and you can put headphones on. And a nice added benefit to be able to hang your headset right off of the desk pretty easily right there. It also makes it pretty easy to route a cable to it so you can just have a charger there to plug it into whenever you hang it up, assuming you're using a wireless headset. Now at the maximum height of this desk, I measured it at 49¼ inches tall, and that's at the max height. I'm 6'1" and that's too tall for me. So if you're somebody around that 6'7", even a little taller than that range, this might be perfect for you. This is a lot taller than I see advertised in other desks, and that's definitely something worth noting. If you're somebody that's a little bit taller, looking for a desk that'll go a little bit taller than other desks, this might be one worth consideration. Also, at its minimum height, it's 24 inches, which is extremely short. But if you're somebody that wants to sit on the ground and work on a desk, well, there you go. You can do that as well. Not everybody wants to stand up at the max height. Some people want to get low to the ground, and there you have it. 24 inches is relatively short. Sit down crisscross applesauce style and do your yoga spreadsheets and what have you. The other measurements are a width of 47¼ inch. And a depth of 23½ inches. That module can be mounted on either the left or right side depending on what you're more comfortable with. I have it mounted on the right side here, which would be just below my right hand, obviously. I don't feel like I needed to say that, but I did. It'd be pretty bad if I said it's mounted on the right side and just below my left hand. I'd be wondering how I stand at this desk. The controller on the side is really easy to set heights to. You just pretty much find a height you like, hit the S button to set the button, and then you can set it between 1, 2, and 3. And if you're wondering, well, if the desk gets unplugged or if there's a power outage, does it remember my settings? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. I did this to test it out. I set a couple of them and I unplugged it, waited a little while, plugged it back in, turned it on, and it still remembered which settings that I wanted on there. Look, overall, I've been extremely satisfied with this desk. It takes a little bit aftermarket for me to absolutely love it, and that would be something like a cable cage. I gotta have cable management back there. I can't just have a bunch of cables hanging off of it personally. But once I got that on there, and if that was something they ever considered including in this, I would say this thing's pretty much a home run. It's definitely a really nice desk as of right now. We'll see through the test of time how well these motors hang, but I have high anticipation that they're going to be all right for the most part. It's pretty nice. Anyways, I hope this was something helpful and useful to you. It's definitely something I'd recommend if you've been looking in one. I was concerned that maybe it wasn't costly enough to be good, but it definitely is exceeding expectations in my book. You guys have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video that I do.